Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to bake is an Italian cream cheese cake. And it is not your traditional flat cheesecake. This is actually a 3-layer cream cheesecake. So let's get started. In a large bowl, you're going to start off with a 1/2 cup of butter in a bowl. And just start to cream it. This particular recipe can be done with a hand mixer, but it's very easily done with your stand-up. So it's going to be up to you. The butter has been at room temperature. You're also going to put in a 1/2 cup of solid shortening into your bowl and cream those two together on high. Now once you do that, start to put in 2 cups of granulated sugar, a little at a time. You can also just beat that on high. We're going to be making a frosting, so I am going to try to move it along for the video. Now once you combine that and everything is brought in and smooth, you're going to add 5 egg yolks. My egg yolks broke up a little bit, so I'll just try to put a little in at a time, being they're not whole right now, but there's 5 egg yolks. Get the rest of the egg yolks out of the bowl here. There we go. And again on high, just beat those egg yolks in. Just till you see everything's smooth and combined. The next thing you're going to put in is vanilla, and you're going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla into that. Alright, and I just want to scrape my bowl here, make sure everything's been creamed and blended together, and it has. Okay, and the next thing we're going to alternate, we're going to start putting in our all-purpose flour, and we're going to be using 2 cups of that, so I'm going to put a little bit in, and then you're also going to be putting in a teaspoon of baking soda. Now you're going to start alternating with buttermilk, and you're going to need 1 cup. So just put a little of your buttermilk in your dry mixture in your batter and just start combining that flour in. And then alternate with your buttermilk. I'll put a little bit more flour in. And again, some more buttermilk. Till it's all smooth. That's the rest of my flour and the rest of the buttermilk. This cake comes out extremely delicate and very light. It is not a heavy textured cake. I just want to clean and get the bottom of my bowl here. Just bring it all together so that your batter is well blended and very smooth. Okay, I'm going to put that aside for the moment. And I'll show you what we've got so far. And there's your batter. Now, ahead of time, also to save some time, I took the 5 egg whites and I beat them. And what you're going to do is just put a little of that at a time, and just fold it in. You don't want to try to deflate your egg whites. So I'm going to just try to carefully fold them in. Get the rest of those out. There we go. And then just fold them in. Until they're all combined. Now you're also going to need 3 pans that you're going to need to heavily grease and dust them with flour. You'll be able to tell your batter should be very light when you're pouring this in. And then just start pouring your batter into your pans. Now, I'm not going to do all 3, but just smooth them out with your spatula. And you're going to bake them at 350 degrees, and it could take you anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. So do start checking them, because as we know, all ovens do set up differently. So that's how you're going to make the batter. And you've got 3 8-inch pans. Now, let's get started on the frosting, because you're going to make a cream cheese frosting. So I went ahead and I actually creamed 8 ounces of 1 package of cream cheese plus 3 ounces of cream cheese. So that's how much I put in together. 11 ounces of that. And I'm missing my butter. You're also going to be putting in 3/4 of a cup of butter. I usually have it cut up into pieces, so I'm just going to do that right now. I'm going to put my butter. That was 3/4 of a cup. And I need to wash my beaters real quickly, because there was raw egg on them. So I want to wash them real quickly here. Pop that back in. Alright, and then now cream your cream cheese and your butter together on high. A little bit of time, because what you're going to be putting in now next is 6 cups of confectionery sugar, and beat that in, and you're going to be using 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. Now, I just realized I did make a mistake on my cake batter. I have 2 other ingredients that have to go into that. So I'm going to finish up the frosting to show you. And then as you alternate your powdered sugar with your vanilla, and then just keep beating that in. Now, I'm not going to spend time showing that all to you, but just keep beating your powdered sugar, your vanilla. Now, when you're done with that, you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of whatever chopped nuts you like. Chopped pecans or walnuts, whatever you prefer, and pour that into your frosting, okay? But rather than to spend the time to show that, I do want to move it along. I will show you what the frosting will look like. And it will come out and look like this. You can see that the nuts are in it already. So again, just cream those together. Slowly add your sugar and your vanilla with your cream cheese and your butter, and you're going to make a beautiful cream cheese nut frosting for it. So we'll put that aside. Now this frosting does have to be kept in the refrigerator, and so does the cake once it all comes together. So let's go back, let's backtrack just a little bit on my cake. I did make a mistake here. I'm going to just take the batter out. The solid shortening really won't hurt this cake. And what you're also going to put in, what I'm sorry, I do apologize, I forgot to put in the 1½ cups of coconut. And that is sweetened coconut. And again, I don't want to try to beat it in. I'm just going to fold that in. And also that needs to be added is a cup again of your favorite chopped nuts. So again, if we can backtrack just a little bit, before you pour your batter into your pans, add your coconut and fold in your nuts. And again, I do apologize for any confusion that I caused. Now, and that's how the batter will look once it's all been brought in together, a nutty batter. I have a cake to show you what it will look like once it's finished. I'll take it out of the refrigerator. And here it is. You have a beautiful 3-layer Italian cream cheese cake. It makes a wonderful cake for somebody's birthday or any special occasion. I think you might like this recipe if you give it a try. If you do, I'd like to hear from you. Please leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.